As if this AI crisis could not get any worse, what with these AI data centers polluting the planet, these data centers are also taking all of the CPUs too, as well as the RAM. Let's talk about it. Shoutouts to TechSpot for this article. Expect prices to increase further this year. This is basically one big ripple effect. Ongoing data center construction has created shortages of DRAM and NAND that manufacturers say will impact prices for years. But memory isn't the only component that data centers require. Recent reports indicate that manufacturers are also facing shortages of CPUs that might further increase prices. PC and server manufacturers recently informed Nikkei Asia that they are no longer receiving enough processors from Intel and AMD to satisfy demand. Server and OEM PC manufacturing could face delays, and prices might rise by 10% or 15%. That's bad. That's really, really bad. We're all going to be doing our computer work on freaking Raspberry Pis at this rate. Companies such as Dell and HP report that delays and shortages have worsened in recent months. One server manufacturer stated that lead times have strengthened from 2 weeks to several months, and other sources reports that delays and shortages could become even more severe in the second quarter of 2026, which we are actively approaching. While Intel's foundry is partially insulated from the problem, AMD must compete with other chip makers for semiconductors. TrendForce reported disruptions in Intel and AMD CPU supply chains earlier this month, which might contribute to rising prices that threaten to eliminate the entry-level laptop market. Not just laptops, entry-level computers, because the deal is that processors, okay, here's the deal. Computer memory is already bad enough because computer memory is used on many different things outside of simple computers and such. Actual processors are arguably even worse because processors are used for everyday appliances in your house. That's the problem here. Earlier this year, Intel and AMD also acknowledged CPU demand spikes and supply shortages. The problem compounds other issues caused by memory shortages, which have led to delays and price hikes. Since AI data centers require massive amounts of RAM and storage, the ongoing AI boom has diverted DRAM and NAND manufacturing capacity previously intended for consumer PCs and other electronics. DDR5 memory has become so expensive that PC upgrade cycles have stalled. The ongoing AI boom has diverted RAM and NAND manufacturing capacity as users try to save money by sticking to older processors and motherboards that support DDR4. Laptop prices have also increased, and Valve was forced to delay the upcoming Linux mini PC, the Steam Machine. Micron shuttered its nearly 3-decade-old consumer RAM business, and other manufacturers predict that this crisis could last into 2030. 2030, bro. That's half a decade from now. However, ARM is one company that sees an opportunity in the ongoing demand for data center warfare. While ARM nominally licenses its IPs and delivers reference designs to other manufacturers, the company recently unveiled the first independent product in its 35-year history, the AGI CPU. ARM's big wager that it can satisfy demand for agentic AI processors unmet by Intel and AMD server CPUs is already receiving support from Meta, Cloudflare, SK Telecom, Lenovo, OpenAI, and many other companies. But to be fair, let's all be honest here, the only reason why is because we're all in a very desperate situation, and these companies are just looking to anyone maybe shine a light and be their shining light, you know what I mean? But yeah, as the AI boom continues to drain public resources and pollute the planet, it doesn't just end at RAM. It's only going to get further and further until eventually all computational resources required for everyday appliances are going to be utilized for this AI boom. People tend to be very initial thinkers when it comes to these types of situations. But honestly, boys, if you're anything like me, you saw this coming a mile away. But yeah, those are my thoughts. What are you guys's? Whatever it is, be sure to let me know in the comment section. And also maybe drop a like and subscribe. That's going to be all for this video, boys. This is Black Light Jack signing out. You guys have a good one.